Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of The Road to Glory here on FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. This is episode number 62. Now, in the last episode, I was playing on the old patch in the Daily Knockout Tournament on the old requirements, and we needed to change our team slightly and bring in like a silver and change one of our midfielders. And I lost in the final, which was gutting because I'd made everyone rage quit and I hadn't conceded a goal all the way up to the final, and then I lost, which definitely sucked. So where we're going to go today is I'm going to do the marquee matchups in front of you first, and I was able to use literally everyone was already in my club, whether or not I'd bought them previously for something else or they were all first owner. Everyone was in my club for this marquee matchup, so it felt free, which is brilliant, and then we get rewards on top of that, which will either top the club back up again, or we can get something sick, hopefully, and you know, that's profit. But if the way I see it, like, I'm using all these players, if I don't get anything good and I just stick everything else in the club from the rewards, it breaks even for me. Like, there's no way for me to be able to tell like how much someone's worth compared to something else. Anyway, if you do enjoy today's episode, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button on the Road to Glory. Let's try and push towards 1,000 likes on this episode, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, of course, if you're new around here. And if you are new around here, this is episode 62. You got a long way to go back if you want to catch up on all of this, but binge away, go for it. I encourage it, I really do. But right, marquee matchups packs. They're not looking good so far. No lights, no boards, and when I did this on my main account for the actual, you know, the video I make for my channel every week, I didn't get anything good either then. We get Wanyama here, so a Tottenham player, a Premier League player, an 82 rated Prem player. Like, that's all right, but it could be better. And then another pack here where we get no boards yet again. It's just not looking good. For some reason, either there's not enough good stuff in packs, or it just wasn't on point today. We get another Tottenham player, 2 packs in a row. This time we get Serge Aurier, and just some other players, which there may be some players which are like transfers. I don't think they're going to be worth any more or anything, or of course that could just all be normal players. But as you can see, we get Brazilian centre mid Paulinho in this one, so I don't know. It looks like it's going to be a break-even marquee matchups for us this time around. This, of course, is the Electrum one. We have got one more left over. Those non-rare silvers, some of them were in leagues where league SBCs are out, so that could be a good thing, whether I save them for league SBCs and maybe we try and do one at some point, or whether or not I just offload them for the extra money that they're worth. I'll probably end up doing that. But then the final pack, the Prime pack, we literally get an 80 rated player or an 81 rated non-rare as the best. So yeah, marquee matchups didn't quite work out for us this week. But as I said, like, our coin balance is still exactly the same. I don't know which players have come and gone. It's break even in my opinion. So I sell the silver German. I probably should have sold him directly after the last episode, whilst that tournament was still live. I think I sold him a tiny bit too late, where there wasn't enough time for people to qualify or something, and therefore it was just a bad idea. I should have sold him a bit earlier, especially because I think I got a really good deal on him. But oh well, again, we broke even on him, sold him for roughly the exact same cost as what we actually bought him for. So, now, today's mission is to go back to the regular team, the full amazing squad that I've got, and qualify for the weekend league. I want to win this daily knockout tournament. I don't necessarily care about the pack, the reward. I just want to win this friggin' tournament because it's starting to get to me now. And I do go 1-0 up really, really early on, and then I go 2-0 up after 11 minutes. So things are looking extremely good in this first game of the knockout tourney. Now, this is also some of my first, if not the first gameplay I've done on the new patch. So I recorded this on Wednesday when the patch dropped, around sort of early afternoon. So it was about the first few games that I'd had with this new patch. So theoretically, kickoff boost is no longer really a thing. Now, I think there's going to be a lot of people out there that will concede a kickoff goal and they'll be like, they didn't fix it. But I hope that if it's reduced by a huge amount, which from the games that I've played, there has been hardly any kickoff goals. I think that's a great thing. Obviously, you know, we have a fantastic example that football teams in real life can score very early goals. Take Tottenham the other night, scoring after 11 seconds against Man United. So that sort of thing does happen from time to time, and I hope that on FIFA it is just a time-to-time thing, because you put all of this effort to go 1-0 up for then your opponent to run down the other end and score, and it just feels like so annoying. So I'm very happy and thankful that they've managed to hopefully eradicate that for FIFA 18. So we get a 3-0 win here because this guy quits as well. And then we move on in, and I think this is the semi-final right now. And we get matched up against a team which is pretty strong. You know, there's a lot of similar players to my team, and he's got that 84 Callum Wilson out front. And I know that man is extremely, extremely dangerous. So yeah, I've got to be careful in this game. Now, after 15 minutes of basically dealing with pressure from this guy, I run up the other end and I'm able to score a nice, easy goal with Martial. I did the defender with a heel click. I guess that is like my signature move at this point. But the goal I can see down the other end really annoyed and frustrated me, which sent me on this spiral, right? And we'll get to that for the rest of this video. But I changed player, and I was running and jockeying the player with the defender that I wanted, and for some reason it just switched to a different defender, slowing down the one that I wanted to actually use to tackle a player, and that led to Heung-min Son having enough space to score a goal. Fair enough. He then goes and scores another one, and Moy manages to score a third. So we're now 2 goals down. But that first goal that this opponent got against me, I genuinely feel like I was completely robbed because my player switched, and I don't know if I don't think I pressed it. Obviously, I guess I did, or did something which made it switch. But yeah, I felt very, very like defeated after that defeat. So we go out in the semi-final. So I'm like, oh great, I got to start this thing all over again. And I do. I go straight back in. Squad fitness applied. We'll go back on into this daily knockout tournament and we'll friggin' win it this time. I get matched up against someone with a relatively nice team, but again, I think mine's better at this point. And I go 1-0 up in the 7th minute. I sort of roulette it past a defender who's half there and half not. And then, you know, eventually I just smash it past the goalkeeper. Anthony Martial doing what he does best on FIFA, just scores goals. He genuinely is one of the best players on this game. I then whip in across, and Riyad Mahrez is there to actually nod that one home with one of the least powerful but most accurate headers I've seen. It was a weird one, but again, I'll take it. And then I concede a sloppy goal. I thought Royce was going to shoot, so I was closing the angle with the goalie. He then sort of plays it across to Sterling, who taps that one into the back of the net. And this guy gets a goal back. And then I score a kickoff goal. Now, when you take a look at that back again, my passing was pretty good. My dribbling was very good with Son, and he was just raging and sliding in, making stupid challenges. At that point, I think that's dodgy defending by him, allowing me through to score rather than kick-off boost or whatever. I think I did well to get that goal. So then we go on into the second round and get matched up against Team of the Year De Bruyne, 2 prime icons, the one which everyone seems to have, which is Luis Hernandez and Del Piero. He's also got 87 Son, and this guy was a good player. I'll give him that. He ends up scoring against me after 23 minutes. It shushes me straight away, and I'm already a little bit on tilt because of that game a couple of games ago with the guy who scored with Heung-min Son against me a couple of times, and I ended up going out in the semis. So I'm not in the best of moods at this point, and I'm feeling like this is a real grind, whereas sometimes the daily knockout tournament, you just fly through it. It's all dependent on the day and what random opponents you come up against. So I'm 1-0 down at half-time, and this guy is like time-wasting from the start of the second half. You can see, passing it around, nodding it back, heading it back to the goalkeeper, just standing there, wasting loads of time. I don't know what's going on, but I think he's just generally being a bit of an idiot and trying to literally waste time until the end of the game, being 1-0 up. So a few minutes later, I end up picking the ball back up, and I go on a very, very aggressive run. Heung-min Son whips it into the box. De Gea knocks that one out, but it falls to me. Lozano heads it back in, and Martial, on the turn, volleys that one home. And of course, I'm going to repay the favour right there. You're getting shushed, my friend. Now, this is a little bit of overcockiness as well, because this guy was good, and I did feel like, that was probably a bit of a bad move, because he's now just going to go down the other end and score a goal. But kickoff goals seem to be eradicated, and we got to the 90th minute. A very even game, as you can see, and it's 1-1. But we push on in extra time, and Alaba whips a lovely ball in for Super Sub Lozano to head past David De Gea, and it felt so goddamn good to run off shush in that time. So yeah, if you're gonna do it to me, I'm gonna do it back to you straight away. It's not a wise move, because I think it genuinely does kind of piss everyone off. If you're losing the game because you just conceded and the guy's shushing you, it's annoying. It really is. So it feels good when they start it and then you can do it back. And then this is the semi-final. He's got gold stat cards on his players in the semis. Like, he's obviously desperate to qualify. And yeah, we talked about stat cards in the last episode, right? But a heel click and a nice pace boost there from Heung-min Son puts me 1-0 up in this game. Now take a look at this. He shoots, it comes off Bailly and then rebounds off Farman and goes in the back of the net. That's a dodgy goal. Like, fair play, he gets in the space to take the shot. But look at that. That replay just shows it all happen in slow motion. And I'm now annoyed. I'm very annoyed. And then this happens. It's just a shit show, isn't it? What's going on? All sorts of bobbles and stuff later, and he's shushing me as well. I'm so on tilt at this point. I've given a penalty away. I pause it. I was going to rage quit, but then I decided no, we'll carry on. It's 3-1. You know, I can get it back from 3-1. He then goes on a run with his pacey plus 10 attributes Bobby Firmino and bangs it into the back of the net. And I am so fully gone at this point. It's not even fair. It's not funny. Look what happens here. Look at all the bobbles and the madness that's going on here. I think in the end I just wipe out Son and the controller's gone. First time in FIFA 18 that's happened. I'm not even playing at this point. I'm not playing. The controller's on the floor somewhere, and I end up saving the penalty, but the Xbox went off. I was gone. I apologise. Yeah, I just fully rage quit and was not having any more of that rubbish, because it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It really wasn't. So yeah, another 2 goes at the Daily Knockout Tournament, both to the semis this time, and we get defeated again by stat cards. Probably a better player as well, but I didn't want to admit that at the time. So we fail again, and I'm really annoyed because, you know, I'm going to the FUTWIZ office this weekend as far as I know. Really good, stable connection. There's going to be pros there playing the weekend league. If I was in the weekend league, it would give me a good chance to really give it a friggin' good go, but I can't get into the bloody tournament. So if I do have a chance on, you know, you seeing this on Friday, but if I did have a chance on Thursday, I would have grinded away, and there's still a chance, as me recording this earlier than Thursday, that I might get the chance to do that. If so, maybe the next episode will be some weekend league highlights. If not, we'll just go on into like Division 2 or something. Maybe we'll change the team around, do something exciting for the Road to Glory. But yeah, I've tried, and I will continue trying in the background to get into this weekend league, because I think going to the FUTWIZ office would give me a good chance at actually playing the game, maybe getting some tips off the pros whilst I'm there and stuff. So I'll try. I'll keep trying. Anyway, guys, that is going to be the end of the Road to Glory today. If you have enjoyed the rage, enjoyed the stupidity, then do me a favour, hit that thumbs up button. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have a great day, most importantly, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.